And we got the basket here. Always respect books, baby. Books are your friend, not your foe. I don't know about you guys, but the vibes today, off the chain.
Can't stop, addicted to the shindig. Chop top, it says I'm gonna win big. Choose not to life of imitation.
Oh yeah, would you look at that? Right on.
Full disclosure, it's gonna get dark in like half an hour, and I've already read what I'm gonna present today. I'm gonna read for about 15 minutes, but I need to do this for the storyline type thing, so we're doing it regardless, baby. Just like we're crossing the Rubicon, baby. I don't know what that river is. I've just heard that term before. Luckily, I think the video cut it off, but I totally dinged that straight down. I didn't go anywhere. You know what that reminds me of? Math. I'm at the town's track and field, and I was doing a little calculating, and it would seem to me, just from my measurements on the field, right? It seems to me that this is an ellipse. Now, as you've seen in previous episodes, ellipses are goated, so I don't know, I'm gonna have to do something here. I don't know what though. We can't ignore it, man. It's an ellipse. Ellipses are goated with the sauce. Circles, no thank you. No thank you, circles. Circles are like whatever, man. Ellipses are where it's at. Oh. Always been bad at long jump. Leave some kind of gesture to show we cared. I love you, ellipse. Ground ball, baby. Yeah, math. Let's go. I don't know if you can tell, it's starting to actually get dark. I was doing a little rigmarole at the baseball pitch there. Got a little carried away with the B-roll. I think it's funny though. Unexplained, completely out of nowhere edits are like my favorite thing. But I'll do a little intro and then I'll probably do the rest of the house about math, a little math rant. Reading about the men of mathematics today. I'm probably gonna read some more abstract algebra tonight. That sounds really boring though. Talking about reading is kind of dull. I'll share the insight. We won't talk about reading, we'll talk about the insights, and then, you know, because the reading part, that's the boring bit. Not for the person reading, but talking about someone reading is probably one of the most boring things you can talk about. How interesting is this? Right? Doesn't do it for me. Anybody remember that place over there? Yeah, you gotta watch the last one to understand. Only OGs remember. Bam, big mystery. What's over on that side of the thing? All right, well, it's gonna get dark too soon before I can read anyway, because, you know, I was back there doing stuff. So we got some B-roll, we're gonna go. I already got a bit of a thing planned. I'm making a map of math. That's kind of a main thing, but I don't want to put it out until I'm certain that it's good. But that is one of the main things I wish I had when I was starting. Still, I'm trying to build it as I go, but it's very, very hard for the beginner when you don't have an idea even where to start. So even with a bunch of effort, it can be bastardized. So I want people who have the will to learn it, able to learn it, and not just get spinning wheels for no reason. But yeah, back to the lab, ladies and gentlemen. So why I got hung up on the logic section of this abstract algebra book, I can't really tell you. But now I'm kind of into the logic stuff, so it is what it is. I'm just going with the flow here. So I got hung up on it. He was kind of explaining some logic stuff, and I was like, whoa there, hold on just 1 minute. Yeah, I understood implication and whatnot, but he's going over it again in a different way, and that, you know, I want to understand stuff from a bunch of different angles, so it's like, all right, I'll buy in. I'll see what's going on here. And an insight occurred to me today. I wanted to share it. Gonna try to keep this as short as possible. Again, gotta go to bed, gotta edit this. Bear with me 1 second. A fundamental concept I realized on my self-education journey thus far, hard one, is that you want to find the nodes of what you're doing in a given field. You want to find the nodes, the thingification that's fundamentally occurring in the field is a really good idea to know what that is. So in algebra, the nodes, the thingifying stuff is number. When a question's asked, it's like blah, 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 find x. Blah, 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 what's the number that does this? Blah, 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 number. You're looking for number. Number's the thing you're tossing around, you're tossing it up, you're flowing it out, you're changing it and whatnot, but it's number. Calculus and analysis, difference equations and whatnot, functions. You're looking at function. You're not looking at a number anymore. You're looking at functions, and you mess with them a bunch. If you get the properties of functions, bada bing, bada boom, but it's functions are the node now. No longer just number, now it's function. So like find the derivative of this function. It's going to also be a function. And a question is asked, the output that you want to give is function. Logic. Now, what are the nodes of logic? Mathematical logic. What are the nodes that we're doing? That was the question I was asking. And as far as I can tell, pragmatically, I haven't even dived into it. This is literally a fluff chapter before you get into the actual what the book is about. I'm just, you know, not the book to read to learn mathematical logic about. What are the nodes? The nodes are statements. So the question that logic's asking is what is true, what is false, how can we tell what's true or false, and then it's analyzing the process by which we make true or false conclusions. Like how do we, when we prove a theorem, what is the proof going on there? What is the implication, logic, what's happening there? And the nodes that we're messing with are statements. Statements are either true or false, and then it's like, well, how do we make a statement? How can you determine whether it is true or false? What about compound statements? You take this statement and you do some stuff with this statement. What does it do? Bada bing, bada boom. But it's like, it's statements, and then it's the truth or falsity of that statement. So a statement is kind of like a function box, and I don't want to go into it. There's a whole, I could ramble on for like an hour about this, but it's like, statement's kind of like a function, like X is a dog, and you can fire in like different things, and then it's like true, false. So if you take this table and I go fire into the function, fire into the statement box, X is a dog, is a table a dog? No, it's not. But is a Rottweiler a dog? Yes, it is true. So it just like, it fires it in, and it doesn't have a bunch of outputs, it's just true, false. But that's another mental model that I've seen. There's also sets, but yeah. So right now I have like literally 4 or 5 different angles on logic that I'm trying to, it's soupy. It's very soupy, but I'm hoping to come up with some better insight in the future. But yeah, the nodes are statements and truth of those statements. Statements, and it's either true or false, and then it just gets really complicated. But at the end of the day, if you're like confused, just try to revert to that. What is the statement? Is it true or is it false? We're trying to judge the truth or falsity of a statement. Parse out what's true and what's false. All right, that is going to be all. So without further ado, thank you for flying with Autodidact Airlines. I hope you're having a fantastic evening. Take it easy. I love you. Godspeed, and I will see you in the next one, which is going to be tomorrow.
Shindig, chop top, he says I'm gonna win big. Choose not